Gary Das here, Progressive Approved Broker. I've seen a couple of questions in the group in relation to buying a flat and the flat being next to or above a commercial property. Equally, yesterday I was hosting VIP, Progressive VIP, and I was asked a question that was very, very similar. So I know there's a few of you that would like to know a little bit more about buying flats, either next to or above commercial property. So looking at, first of all, individual flats that you want to buy to rent out or potentially to live in as your home that might be above a commercial. I've got a client who's got a property above a Wetherspoons. I've got another client who's got a property above a restaurant. And it's one of those things that they are tricky to place as a mortgage advisor, because the concern is how is the flat going to be impacted by what's below it? You know, are there going to be drunk people hanging around outside? Are they in having a restaurant underneath it? Is there a fire risk that is going to make it, you know, more concern for a lender? So what you find in looking at that type of property with a flat above a commercial, it does limit the number of lenders that could be available to you. And what that means is it can limit the loan to value, i.e. it will increase the deposit amount that you need to put down on that property. If you are buying a commercial unit on the bottom and you've got flats above and you're buying the whole building, then what you're effectively buying is a semi-commercial. Now, in an ideal world, you will split out the titles of each level, because that's going to make it more available, or it's going to give you more lenders available to you, and you're going to find that you can save money on interest rates, you can save money on the fees that are going to be charged to you, and you can effectively have different mortgages. If you're buying a semi-commercial, as I've got a client at the moment buying a semi-commercial property with a couple of flats above, the idea is going to be to split those at a later date, but a refurb needs to be done first. The main thing at the moment is just to buy the actual property itself. So that is being purchased on one title, which does make it a semi-commercial building, and fundamentally will mean that we have to go down a semi-commercial style lender, which does increase the interest rates and does increase the amount of deposit that you're going to need to purchase. But it does give you the opportunity that further down the line, you can do your refurb, you can improve it, you can split the titles, and you can go for a different product. Now, I was talking to a gentleman yesterday at VIP around a bridge to let product, which could also be an option for you. So if you're seeing a specific property that you want to purchase, but you need to get the work done to it first. You know, it could be potentially a house that you want to do a HMO on, or it could be the semi-commercial or the flat that needs to be converted. You can use what's called a bridge to let product. So you would initially bridge the purchase to enable you to do the work. You don't have to go through as much criteria. You know, the main thing that they're involved in is what is the exit strategy. So they're just looking that once you've done the refurb, there's going to be enough uplift for you to be able to pull your money back out and to do the refinance on the let, i.e. the buy to let or the HMO mortgage at that point in time. The advantage of a bridge to let product is because it's seen by a mortgage lender as a single transaction, from applying for the bridge to completing on the residential let product or on the HMO let product. You're going to pay less fees, you're going to have less solicitor work, so overall it actually saves you money. And because it's the same lender generally that will do that seamless process, it could make it much easier for you, reduce your stress levels, and you actually get an idea as to how much you're going to get at the end before you start your process, because they're assessing it and the valuer is looking at it based on what work is going to be done and what work is going to take place. So if you're buying a flat or a building that's semi-commercial, or you're buying a property that's next to some sort of commercial building, depending on what that commercial building is, it could impact your ability to get a mortgage. Now, there are mortgage lenders who will potentially mortgage anything, but you've got to pay a premium for it, i.e. a higher interest rate and higher fees. So the more you can fit the majority of lenders, the better you're going to find potentially your cash flow, the better you're going to find the fees that you don't, or the cheaper you're going to have to find the fees that you're going to pay. If you're using JV finance, then that's going to mean that you're going to have to find less from them, potentially in terms of deposits. But the best thing you can do is find out where it is, find out what it's next to, and just take advice from a mortgage advisor to ultimately give you the best circumstances. But usually if it's next to or above a commercial, you're looking at the standard 25 to potentially 30% deposit. So in some instances, I have seen them with a 40% deposit being required. And I've just got one question. Do you have anyone who will do bridge to let in Aberdeen? Thank you. Scotland is not somewhere. I'm actually based in Essex, so I am way down in the southeast, Stuart. Thank you very much indeed for the question. I don't get many mortgages in Scotland, but what I will do for you is I will speak to my advisors that I have in the office, and I will come back to you by direct message with an answer in terms of if we can do the bridge to let product in Scotland. So we'll just ring the lenders on your behalf for you, not a problem at all, and then I'll post that in the group separately to make sure that everyone is aware. So I hope that's okay for you. If anyone else has any questions, then feel free to drop them in the below. I'll be more than happy to reply in the comments so everybody can see it there in relation to either bridge to let, letting a property, buying a property next door to commercial or above commercial. Absolutely fine. Hope you will have a fantastic Wednesday. If any of you VIPs I can't get my words out this morning. I need another coffee. If any of you VIPs are at VIP on the 17th, I will look forward to meeting and seeing you then, as I am hosting again and doing a presentation on using video to attract property investors, to attract deals, and to build your authority within your industry or within your investor job role. So have a fantastic Wednesday. Any questions, let me know, and I shall see you soon on another video.